How much ammunition did you waste on that bloat that killed you? They are quite how do you say, bullet sponge? Nothing like acidic vomit to really bring a Z specimen together. It is my favorite thing about the bloat. You were killed by an alpha clot, and it is noted in my research. Next time, try to die in a more interesting fashion. The alpha clot who killed you died, but you died first, so I think that means you lose, Piggy. Excellent. The upgrades to the slasher's muscle seem to be bearing fruit, such as your death. So how does it feel to be disemboweled by a slasher? Remember, this is for science, so be honest. I won't tell anyone you got killed by a clot. I promise. How embarrassing. Yes, Kevin, a clot. Killed by a clot. Truly, they are pathetic. You got killed by a crawler? Jawurlik? That's depressing. It puts my whole test in doubt. Despite a crawler killing you, I think they could use some more legs. More legs will make them faster, yeah? Ah, the flesh pound, our bull in a small, weak human shop. When the flesh pound begins charging, it is best to be somewhere else. Learn that for next time. I find the flesh pound to be a blunt instrument, but blunt instruments are good for skull fractures. Renfred, see if we can't retrofit the king's chest laser onto the other flesh pounds. That would be fun, yeah? What do you think about extending the go-fast blade? Would it have helped that one kill you any faster? Renfred, set the factory to make more go-fasts. Their effectiveness seems to be increasing. They killed this one. The Go-Fiend is such a simple upgrade from the Go-Fast, but so efficient. Sometimes simple is best, but not in your case. Renfred, bring up those Go-Fiend upgrade schematics. Yes, the ones with the whirling blades of death. I sleep better at night knowing they exist. That clone was only a pale shadow of my true self. Pray you never meet the real me, worms! How did you like my gas? Was it fragrant, pungent, ambrosial? Science demands you answer! Do not let the appearance of my clones make you hopeful, worms. It is not the age, but the mileage that counts. I love the smell of burnt human flesh in the morning. It smells like breakfast. Is your middle pink and warm, or are you well done? That husk deserves to know. Health code and such. Bah! The matriarch relies on robots. What a dead end to pursue. What is harder, steel or the hand that wields it? Do not think you can just shoot the matriarch and she will submit. She has many defenses, many tricks, and what works now will not work later. Oh yes, Kevin and his big gun. We're so terrified, Kevin. You're so scary. You killed a merc. It's not like you killed a kitten, please. If Kevin turns invisible, he's going to run off and heal, but you don't have to let him. Chase him down! Killed by a scrake. Chainsaw dysfunction. Don't worry, happens to many people your age. If you enrage the scrake, it will end you that much quicker, Piggy! A chainsaw is sort of a whirling blade of death. I sleep better at night knowing scrakes use them for murder. Would the scrake's mask be scarier if it was a happy face? Tell me truthfully, for science. Your armor will not protect you from the siren, Piggy. Her death is the only protection. Grenades do not do well against sirens, mein Freund, unless you are one of those fancy-pants demolitionists. I hate them. Did that stalker sneak up on you? Of course it did. There is a reason why all things are as they are. And the reason you are dead is a stalker killed you. Do not worry, Piggy. I have plenty of clones of myself, Kevin, and the others to play with you. That was not a real thing, Piggy. The real thing would have murdered you horribly. Truly, there is no such thing as finality. Somebody is feeling their oats today. Don't worry. I am an expert at making oatmeal. You will be ground up and spit out soon enough, worms. You do realize the whole point of this is to kill you, don't you? Why do you fight the inevitable? You are beginning to annoy me, piggies. These clones are not easy or cheap to make. I have places to be, so please die as soon as is convenient or inconvenient. I don't care. You are beginning to vex me. Worms who vex me find their lives become short and painful. You don't know what it is to doubt everything, even yourself. No, you don't. You couldn't with eyebrows like yours. But after this defeat, I doubt. All this excitement will get your blood pumping, making it all the more tasty when I finally consume it. The blood is life, and it shall be mine. Try not to die to one of Kevin's clones. He and I have a bet about who will kill you first. So you think you're tough, huh? See how you like my next creation. Lesser beings should not have made it so far, and you are clearly so very less. I will recalibrate. A momentary setback. You are nothing against me. Renfred, turn the bass up! My hypothesis that you are terrible has not been disproved yet. More testing is needed. All pigs are led to the slaughter eventually, my little piggies. I have sort of an empty feeling. Nothing in the world seems of sufficient importance to be worth the doing. But we will continue the experiment. Don't you know I have better things to do than this? Like, anything really. Anything at all. I did not survive all these years to be stopped by you! You will fall before me like all the others! You are peons! Nothing! You are worms to be crushed under my foot! Worms! These are your last seconds of life! You will not enjoy them! You waste my time! Die! Die, 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 die! I have lived a century, and in all that time, this time spent with you is the worst time of my life! You will suffer for that! Renfred, prepare the suffering room! You aren't leaving here alive! Why are you still fighting, piggies? All piggies must be slaughtered in the end! Why won't you die? The only way you are leaving here is in pieces! Small, bloody pieces! I will have your life force, but I won't even consume it! I'll leave it on my desk as a reminder of how I killed you! I'm beginning to think death is too good for you! I'm going to kill you, clone you, and kill you again for this! Just give up! It's not like anyone will miss you! Did Kevin set this up? Are you part of some elaborate prank? I hate pranks! I'm so mad I just killed Renfred! Now I'll need to clone another one! I did not survive a century to lose to the likes of you! Worms! You're all worms! Worms who get stepped on! Worms who get mashed! Worms who die on the sidewalk in the sun! I will kill you! And then erase every trace of your DNA in existence! I will feast on your flesh! I will crack your head open and eat your brains! Why do you still fight? Give in! There is no hope! Your whole family will suffer for your actions! I will consume all their life forces! I will nerve gas your whole neighborhood for this! This is the last straw! You will die now! Renfred, bring me my rage pillow! I have group tonight, and I've spent all evening trying to kill you, and now I will be late! I hate you! What a colossal waste of resources! Hurry up and die! Yes, you are almost done with this wave. I will make sure the next wave is more challenging. Clean up the remainder. Renfred will see they are properly recycled. Prepare yourselves for the slaughter, piggies. I had hoped for more impressive test subjects. Do try and survive at least a few minutes. Let's see how fast you can die, worms. Verdammt! Go to the pod. Your time will come soon enough. The pod is active. Use your dosh to buy a few more seconds of life. My generosity in activating the pod will not last forever, piggy. Hurry! Commercial transactions are so tedious. Let us return to the blood and violence. The time for barter is over, piggies. It is time for dying. Oh no, did the pod close? How tragic. Trader time is over. Did you get what you need to survive? My Zeds will be there soon. Do try to hold your bladder when they arrive. Time's up. Renfred, there's my notepad. The next wave just started. Hope you're ready. Renfred, get the wetback ready. 9, the big one. 9, the really big one. Yeah, that one. Secure the perimeter and keep all the Zeds out, if you can. There are no Zeds permitted in the marked area, not even my clones. The area must remain secure, worms. That means no Zeds in it. Fine. Fine. You waste my time. I didn't want your help anyway. Renfred can do it for me. Yes, you can, Renfred. What? You don't like actually working for a living? Lazy worms! Area is breached! This is where the fun begins! The Zeds have entered the perimeter! Let the chaos commence! The Zeds have broken through! Let slip the dogs of war! That was staggeringly terrible. I am staggered how terrible you were there. I'm starting to think I chose my test subjects poorly. This failure just confirms that. You do know you're supposed to keep the Zeds out, right, Piggy? I think I need to set up a shame bell or something. The area remains secure. Good work, Piggies. This little piggy stayed home and killed all the Zeds that tried to come in. Good work, Piggy. That was a success today, but don't be so sure it will be one tomorrow, Worms. Renfred marks the date. They actually did a good job for a change. I'm not sure these diagnostics are right, but they say the area was mostly secure. 9, I don't see how. Area almost completely secure? Is Kevin helping you somehow? Is that what passes for secure with Horzine? Pathetic. I'll let you get by on this one. A close victory. Thinner than a thin slice of bacon. Bacon. I could go for some bacon, Piggy. Renfred, does that look like a victory to you? Ja, whirlig? Okay, you win, Mercs. Good thing Renfred likes you. No Zeds penetrated the perimeter. I am surprised and a bit sick. Your success is revolting. The area is totally secure. The Zeds are far underperforming my projections. You won with near perfect form. Even a fool gets lucky on occasion. You will find that dying is not the end here, mein Freund. There is no end to your suffering. Even in death, you help advance the cause of science. You should feel honored. Now prepare to die again! As much as I enjoy your deaths, I do not think they are serving your long-term goals. Another visit to death's door. One of these days you will step through. I am tracking how many times you have died. It amuses me. Do you have some sort of contest, Piggies? See who can die the most? Are you sure you're cut out for mercenary work, mein Freund? Renfred, reprioritize this one's targeting profile. We don't need so much healing in the next round. Good job helping me test the effectiveness of Horzine's medtech. Congratulations, keeping all the other piggies alive. That flesh pound was due for repairs anyway. Killing him just saved me time. Interesting. The data on that flesh pound kill is being integrated into my cloning program. That will not happen again. Do you know the biomass needed to create a flesh pound? No, of course not. You just like wasting my resources. There was not much left of that flesh pound. Such a waste. You were the most efficient test subject this round, which gets you nothing. You killed the most Zeds. Maybe your DNA is worth harvesting after all. I'm sure I can use your biomass to replace some portion of the large number of Zeds you... I'm sure I can use your biomass to replace some portion of the large number of Zeds you killed. And that is why I purchased chainsaws in bulk. Renfred, order more chainsaws. That Scrake you killed had a limp. The other Zeds called him Limpy. His death is a blessing to us all. Oh, big man, killing a Scrake. I am so scared of you now. Not. Is saying not still a thing? I miss the 90s.
He says not. That doesn't make any sense.
Renfred, we'll need the forklift to get that Scrake corpse out of here. Next time I will have you. Next time. Verdammt, you lived. Now I owe Kevin $20. Next time just die. There must be something in your DNA that helped you survive that. We will find it once you are dead. I'm sure all that Horzine biomass in your system won't come back to hurt you. You know it causes cancer, yeah? The Zeds seem to have gotten a taste for you, Piggy. I'd be careful if I were you. The Zeds really don't like you. I don't like you either. You just watch yourself. It seems your dosh total has adjusted down to your skill level. Your dosh total seems low. Would you like a loan? Too bad! You made more dosh than your teammates. Let them know. I'm sure they won't get jealous and betray you. Don't share all that dosh around. Keep it for yourself. You earned it. Let the rest of your team die horrific deaths in poverty. While you cannot shoot your friends, there's nothing to say you cannot threaten to leave them to die if they do not give you dosh. You earned the most dosh. Now you can, how do you say, make it rain? Not even the slightest scratch? Something is very wrong with my Zeds. Renfred, run a level 3 diagnostic. 3, yeah! We need to see why these idiots are making it through unharmed. Interesting. Very interesting. Somehow the subject has yet to be injured in any way. No deaths. Unexpected. Ugh, no one died. Don't count on that continuing. Renfred, what did you do? You did something because no one died! It seems some of the Zeds got loaded with cooking algorithms instead of combat algorithms. We fixed that, so expect more death! Good work, Piggy. You lived and let all your comrades die. You got lucky, Worm. My Zeds will get you next wave. Next wave! Your friends died poorly, but you lived. For now. Some died, some lived. A valid test. I'm sure only the weak perished. Do not mourn them. Renfred, order some more body bags. It seems we will need them. You are not dead. Noted. You survived. Unexpected. Well, let's not waste any time. On to the next round! You're just drawing this out. Sure, you lived, but how long will a weakling like you survive? Yes, the high point of your life. You lived. What an accomplishment. Cooperation is the sign of advanced social skills and a simple mind. You were the best at cooperating this wave. All this teamwork is throwing off my results. Stop being so helpful. A little more selfishness could increase your odds of surviving. But no, you have to be a team player. 10 seconds, piggies. 10 seconds. The anticipation is mounting. Just 10 more seconds until the real experiment begins. Only 10 more seconds of shopping. No time for bargain hunting. Last chance for guns and ammos, piggies. Keep bleeding like that. It will make it easier for me to get samples. Are you sure these people are your comrades? They don't seem much interested in your health. You're bleeding like a stuck pig. Bleed, piggy, bleed. Last chance for armaments before you meet your end. This little piggy went to market and still died screaming. No point in saving now. Spend it all. You and your pitiful team will die regardless. Oh, all those big weapons. Are you compensating for something? Are you lost? The pod will not wait for you. Your death will not wait for you. Run, piggy, run! Oh, sure. Have a nice look around. I'm sure you have plenty of time to reach the pod. You do know you need to get to the trader pod to get more weapons and ammo.
What?
Huh? More bullets, mein Freund. More bullets. It seems your plan is suicide by lack of ammunition. I approve. So that's your plan? Run out of ammo, then die painfully? I like this plan. The line between bravery and stupidity is thin. Thin like your armor. Renfred, prepare the body bags. They're not fixing their armor. With your armor in that state, you will leave a messy corpse. Yeah, don't buy armor. It makes my job much easier. Do you realize you have no armor? I assume your lack of armor is part of some strategy, or are you just stupid? You can never have too many grenades. Instead, you have none. You can't have any of my grenades, but you may want to buy some of your own. My experiments account for high explosives, so don't hold off on buying grenades on my account. And here is the pod. You do know how to use this, yes? Do not get a big head, fools. The pig who has a good day is still slaughtered. Using violence to solve your problems. How deliciously primitive. Do not expect this success to continue, worm. My specimens will come for you again after trader time. Bah! Your achievement means nothing. Buy what you can. Enjoy the trader pod while you can, little piggy. Maybe I can rebuild a trader pod as a portable Z factory. In any case, use the pod, piggies. You do not have much time. Do not damage the pod. It is worth more than you. Stockpiling for a rainy day? Better spend that dosh before you get drenched. That money isn't going to your next of kin, so you better spend it. I will buy you some nice flowers for your funeral with all that dosh. No, I won't, because you'll be chopped up and thrown into a shallow pit. If my Zeds don't get you, all that blood loss will. The smell of all that blood will make it all the easier for the Zeds to find you. Thank you for not healing. The team that bleeds together dies together. Idiot. You do not have the dosh to afford that. Do I look like a bank to you? I do not give loans. The money goes in and your guns come out. No money, no guns. I think you overestimate your strengths. That's too heavy. You do not have my amazing physique, piggy. Try something smaller. Would you like to hire a caddy? If not, buy something lighter. Wave 1, Wave 2, Wave 3, Wave 4, Wave 5, Wave 6, Wave 7, Wave 8, Wave 9, Wave 10, Wave 11, Wave 12, Wave 13, Wave 14, Wave 15, Wave 16, Wave 17, Wave 18, Wave 19, Wave 20, Wave 21, Wave 22, Wave 23, Wave 24, Wave 25, Wave 26, Wave 27, Wave 28, Wave 29, Wave 30. Wave 31. Wave 32. Wave 33. Wave 34. Wave 35. Wave 36. Wave 37. Wave 38. Wave 39. Wave 40. Wave 41. Wave 42. Wave 43. Wave 44. Wave 45. Wave 46. Wave 47. Wave 48. Wave 49. Wave 50. Wave 51. Wave 52. Wave 53. Wave 54. Wave 55. Wave 56. Wave 57. Wave 58. Wave 59. Wave 60. Wave 61. Wave 62. Wave 63. Wave 64. Wave 65. Wave 66. Wave 67. Wave 68. Wave 69. Wave 70. Wave 71. Wave 72. Wave 73. Wave 74. Wave 75. Wave 76. Wave 77. Wave 78. Wave 79. Wave 80. Wave 81. Wave 82. Wave 83. Wave 84. Wave 85. Wave 86. Wave 87. Wave 88. Wave 89. Wave 90. Wave 91. Wave 92. Wave 93. Wave 94. Wave 95. Wave 96. Wave 97. Wave 98. Wave 99. 9. Wave 100. Aren't you done? Look, sorry I was yelling earlier, but I'm late for my group meeting. And I hate being late. So disrespectful. Just like you not dying. Don't you have something to do? I do, and I'm late. Look, I'm just going to go to my meeting. I'll check in later. Hi, my name is Hans. I am a supervillain, and I haven't killed anyone in, what time is it now? I mean, it's so hard. There's so many stupid wastes of biomass walking around in the world, and I'm supposed to just let them live? You spend your life building the best organic mass-produced bioweapons you can, and you're supposed to not use them? How is that fair? You're just trying to make the world a better place through violence and bloodshed, and people call you a monster. Show me one great nation that did not use violence and bloodshed to become great. And then there's the mercs. What? I'm not allowed to kill people, but they can just mow down Zeds and get paid for it? All that scientific work just shot to pieces by these idiots? And don't get me started on my colleagues. And it never seems like I'm making any progress. Test after test, more mercs keep showing up. Sure, I kill some, but more always come. What am I really doing? Could I be doing more evil back in the lab? Maybe some research position in Silicon Valley. Anyways, thank you for listening. The Zeds, they listen, but I don't think they really hear me. And Renfred, well, no, you go ahead. Hi, Ralph. This guy's really got a thing about crushing men's skulls like a sparrow's egg. What's that noise? Oh, this thing has been on the whole time? You heard that, did you? Well, ignore it. You've obviously cheated or something, so this test has no merit. I am done with you. But first we have Hug Circle.